Hello, Charlie Brother here. People, hoje eu vou trazer um vídeo para o pessoal de intermediário e avançado, tá? Vou falar um pouquinho sobre viagem e aqueles que estão escolhendo se aperfeiçoar no inglês, entrar mais fundo, fazer uma imersão no exterior, talvez interesse, ok? Vem comigo. Do you have anything to declare? So this is, I'm going to do it in English because you're supposed to be intermediate or advanced. So this is a possible question you're going to face when you get to the airport or you're leaving the airport. Before you leave the airport in a foreign country, maybe America or England, you're probably going to face a few of these questions. So this is probably one question that they won't miss, right? Do you have anything to declare? Or when you're leaving the country, you're getting back to Brazil, they're going to ask you that or ask you to fill out a form related to that. Okay, so be aware. You have to declare if there's anything above the value that they will determine customs. Okay, so do declare, otherwise you'll be in trouble. Another possible question will be, what's your occupation? What do you do? Okay, so they may ask you this question when you get to the country, when you get to the USA or when you get to England, they will probably ask you this kind of questions. So be prepared to answer, okay? What are you going to tell them? What do you do? What's your occupation? Are you a student? Are you in business? What kind of business are you in? Okay, so be ready to answer that question as well. Another possible question is, how long are you planning to stay? How long are you staying in my country? How long are you staying in England? How long are you staying in the USA? Okay, that's another possible question. So you should be able to tell them how long you're staying. Okay, don't come with that, oh, I don't know, I don't know how long I'm going to stay. No, you need to tell them how long you're planning to stay when your flight back is programmed, is planned for, okay? So make sure you know that answer. One more possible question is, where are you staying? Okay? Where are you staying here in London? Where are you staying here in England? Where are you staying here in the USA? Okay? You need to have a programmed place to stay, either a hotel or a house, a family, a host family that you're planning to spend a few days with, a few weeks, months, whatever, but you have to tell them. Supply them with an address, okay? The customs officer will ask you that. That's almost for sure, okay? So be ready for telling them where you're staying, right, when you travel abroad. Another question they may ask you is, how much money are you carrying? How much cash are you carrying with you? Do you have any cash, credit card? What kind of money are you bringing? It's always a good idea to have some money, cash with you, okay? So tell them how much money, how much cash you have, okay? Make sure you take some cash with you besides credit card and other possible money like check money and other. So make sure you tell them how much you're carrying. One more usual question a customs officer will probably ask you is, do you have a health insurance? So health insurance is a must. You must have health insurance. Even if you're a student, they will probably supply you with a state health insurance that a formal insurance they have in England, for example, that will cover students from around the world. But you still have to have your own insurance, your own private insurance. So choose an insurance company that you trust and make sure you have all the documents with you, okay? So you can show the officer. Yes, and again, another question is, Have you ever visited the United States of America? Or have you ever visited England? Have you ever been in this country before? That's very important. If you have already traveled abroad, if you have already been in that country, it's important to declare, okay? Tell the officer what were your previous experiences, okay? So if you had a previous experience in America, you tell the officer about it as well. One more question they might ask you is whether you're traveling alone or not, okay? So if you're traveling with somebody else, a friend of yours, your girlfriend, your parents, whoever, okay, you tell the customs officer, okay, that you're traveling with somebody else. Somebody else is coming with you or accompanying you, whatever. But make sure you tell them, you know, otherwise if they find out that you are traveling with somebody else and you didn't declare that, you didn't tell the officer about it, they might ask you again, and that could be a complication, okay? So make sure you say everything clearly to the officer. And of course, they may ask you also where you're coming from. So they may ask you, what country are you flying in from? What country are you coming in from? So you're going to the United States, flying in from what country? So you tell the officer, the customs officer, what country you're coming from. If you're not coming from Brazil directly, you tell them that you have been to another country before. If your airplane had a stop, you tell them where the stop was. That's very important to make things clear at this moment, okay? And finally, they'll probably ask you about the institution, right, that brought you there. It's either a school or it could be another institution, a government institution or something. You tell them what brought you there, right? The school name, all the documents that you probably already have beforehand, right? So they will take a look at those documents and see the information, check the information the school has given you together with your documents, okay? All must be precise. And they will probably ask about the school telephone number, the house you're staying telephone number, if it's the case, or whatever institution has brought you there, the more information about it. Goodie? So, hope it served you well. Guys, I know this video will be a little longer than usual, but I think, a few things should be said here, right? If you're planning to travel abroad, to develop your English, to get fluent, right? To become a fluent speaker of the language, it's very important that you stay away from Brazilians, stay away from Portuguese, okay? Otherwise, you won't be able to interact enough, and those months or those days you're spending abroad will be frustrated. For you not to get frustrated with the results of your trip, it's very important you get an immersion, okay? Get involved with the native people, get involved with the youngsters or the adults around you, but stay away from Brazilians. If you really must travel with Brazilians, get a commitment to speak English only around you, okay? Ask your friends to say, look, I really want to learn, I really need this, this opportunity, so I would really appreciate it if you speak English only with me, okay? While we're staying here in America or you're staying in England, please speak English. If you remember that, I'm sure your experience will be great. And check my other videos for some experience preparing yourself for traveling abroad, for studying abroad. I have a video in Portuguese that might help you as well, okay? This is for Brazilians, okay? But I'm speaking in English because you're probably ready to travel. So do that. Follow those advices. I'm sure you're going to get good results. And you can comment these results here in the channel, okay? And please subscribe, follow the channel, and I'll bring you other things, other videos that might help you even more in the future, okay? Charlie Brother here. See you later. Take it easy and please interact.